You know that feeling in a good city builder? That perfect moment when your complex, carefully planned machine just clicks? Copa City's tutorial absolutely nails this feeling. It's a brilliant introduction to being an elite football event organizer. You're building fan zones, managing logistics, and getting thousands of people hyped for a huge match. It makes you feel like a genius. And then you start the main game, and all that magic just vanishes. Imagine this: you're staring at your screen, the city you've set up is buzzing, and the infrastructure looks perfect. But there's a timer ticking down, and a simple objective, like attract 5,000 fans, that just won't complete, even though the fans are clearly there. You're left confused, frantically clicking through menus right before a giant failure screen pops up. This isn't a tough challenge. This isn't a higher difficulty. This is the frustrating, game breaking bug at the heart of the Copa City demo, turning a game of strategy into an exercise in pure confusion. But before we get to the bad stuff, I want to give credit where it's due, because the tutorial is fantastic. It's called Stars of Tomorrow, and it perfectly sells the game's core fantasy. You aren't playing football, you're the mastermind making the entire match day happen. The tutorial eases you in with the basics: put a snack stand here, a generator there, and connect them with pavement so everything has power and the fans can grab a bite. It's simple, intuitive, and instantly rewarding. Before you know it, you're handling more complex systems. But the game holds your hand just enough. You learn to use the tactical map to expand into new districts, setting up fan zones and managing construction. You're given clear goals, like moving 2,500 fans across the city, and the interface shows you exactly how to pull it off. The whole thing is built around a progression system called match readiness. By checking off tasks like recruiting volunteers or building facilities, you hit milestones that unlock new buildings and bigger challenges. And then you load into the main game. You're managing a charity match between officially licensed clubs Arsenal and FC Bayern Munich. And suddenly, everything falls apart. The clear instructions and satisfying progression, gone. In their place is just a wall of silence and confusion. This is where the demo experience completely breaks down, and it seems to be because of a massive bug in how the game tracks your progress. In the main missions, you're given critical objectives, like attracting a certain number of fans to the city through ad campaigns. The problem is, even when you meet the conditions, the game often refuses to acknowledge it. Your progress bars are stuck. There are no pointers on the map telling you where to go, no clear sign of what's wrong. You're left guessing if you missed something or if the game itself is just broken. After all your planning, the game just tells you you failed, and with no good reason why. That genius feeling from the tutorial, it evaporates, replaced by the infuriating sense that you lost because the game cheated. What's so disappointing is the huge gap between the promise of the tutorial and the reality of the main game, at least in this pre release build. The tutorial is polished, clear, and shows off what could be a deep, engaging Tycoon experience. You can see the vision for Copa City, a thinking person's football game, focused on the incredible complexity of everything happening off the pitch. But the main game, in its current demo form, completely betrays that vision. Look, a management game lives and dies by its feedback. If you can't trust the game is tracking your progress and judging you fairly, then the whole strategy falls apart. It stops feeling like a puzzle you can solve and turns into a frustrating fight against invisible, broken mechanics. It feels less like an early build and more like a core system just isn't working. Copa City's developers have been open that the demo is an early build, and they've even used some placeholder content. The game's release is planned for 2026, and while there has been some conflicting information online The official Steam page lists May 21st, 2026. This gives them time to fix these major issues. The potential for a truly unique and brilliant Tycoon game is right there, and the fantastic tutorial proves it. Right now, playing Copa City feels like playing two totally different games. One is a slick, smart, and rewarding simulation of football event management that leaves you wanting more. The other is a broken, frustrating, and confusing mess that makes you want to quit. The problem with being a YouTube channel that covers diamond in the rough games is that you sometimes end up with a fake diamond or a lump of coal, and that feels like what has happened with Copa City. The concept is fantastic, and the passion for football culture is obvious, but none of that matters if the main game doesn't work on a basic level. The final verdict will come down to whether the developers can fix these game-breaking bugs and make the main event as compelling as its brilliant opening act. Thank you for watching.